Hey you, it's CovertGo2, and bands are coming to standard this month. I know, that didn't take long. So ever since the rotation announcement happened, basically rotation is canceled this year and will be a 3-year rotation every year following, people have been asking mostly about bands in standard. What are they going to actually do to make standard fun to play? And Wizards, through a video yesterday, it's posted on the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel, it was streamed, they said a lot about how bands and such are going to go in standard and all other formats, and there's some pretty big changes to just the way that Wizards does bands, and it's leaving everybody curious on how this is going to work. So the first gisty thing that you should probably know as a player is that there will be bands in standard on May 29th. Yeah, I know, it's May 17th. It's not far away. It's kind of right around the corner. So on May 29th, some ban update will happen. It seems almost certain that it will hit standard pretty hard. But let's get into more about the announcement, because there was a lot more here than just that. So first of all, they are changing the way they do bans from whenever they feel like a ban needs to be done to they are hoping to do it only once a year at a specific time, in fact, as well. What they are calling a ban event. I would like to bring forth my suggestion, and I hope it's not something dirty on the internet because I haven't Googled it. B-Day? I think we could call it B-Day. But, a celebration of those little honey-loving hive dwellers known as bees. Anyway, once a year, they want to do bans for not just standard, all formats. And part of me really wonders when they say all formats. I think they're only talking about paper. I don't think they're talking about arena, because they kind of just ban things in Historic Brawl whenever they feel like, and I don't know what all is going on with that. But that's the idea. One B-Day for all formats. When an event, they even call it the ban event. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to live stream it. It'll be so fun. Okay, so they want to do it before the previews start for the fall set every year, which means they said about late summer, but I think what they mean is the official preview season, because if they meant before they reveal any cards from the new set, they now do those like early look things like 3 months in advance because of retail distributors and things like that. So I think they mean the official preview season. I think they mean an official preview season about a month before the set comes out. That is just before that happens is when they have their ban event. So that would be like early August is how it would probably break down this year, which is funny because they're doing it on May 29th, which already seems like, okay, maybe they just want to shake up standard now to give some confidence to the players, because everybody's looking at this announcement, but like, what's wrong with you? The standard is boring. It's boring. So I think that is the idea of what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to fix the problem now to save our confidence. So then you might ask, if they're only banning once a year, what happens if the fall set contains an Oko Thief of Crowns? Do we have to play with it for a year? No. They are saying that 3 weeks after every set release, they will have an emergency ban window for something that went really wrong. Some examples that they used are Veladar Guardian, was a 2-card combo in standard, so they had to ban it. And Oko Thief of Crowns, which is, look at all the red. It's one of the more banned cards of all time. So if they really screw up, they have a little mini ban window that they can use, and it's about 3 weeks after every set release. The interesting thing to me about that is that there's so many sets being released. About every 3 weeks, if they wanted to, they could ban something. So they're going to try not to. They say it's going to be very rare and only for absolute disasters. So whether or not they're going to use that often is very much, in this case, they're putting it out there themselves, a reflection of their own ability to design for their own formats. So here's the problem. Once Pride gets on the line, we've seen that they don't actually want to ban things. They really loathe to ban things. This whole thing is going to be weird and interesting and a totally different approach from Wizards of the Coast. And I don't know. I feel like I've seen them try a lot of things over the years, and a lot of times it ends up reverting back to the mean, you know? So I don't know how successful this will be. Obviously, some people at Wizards believe it will be successful, but I'm really skeptical. It is good for paper players, I guess, to know that B-Day is coming and they may want to sell their Fables or whatever coming up. And that's going to be the other fun part about it. Ban event. Maybe we all get our confetti and go rah-rah and like, it's actually going to be exciting rather than maybe the feels bad it was many other times. I think the psychological impact of ban event will be interesting. So will the emergency bans. When those do happen, you know, those will hit a little bit different, a little bit harder because it was outside of normal cadence. So what is going to be banned on May 29th? Well, I think I'll do a separate video on that one, and I think I'll do it tomorrow. But for right now, make sure that you leave your comments down below of what you think will be banned, because my theory is you can't ban one thing. This standard is sick. There are so many cards that like really push a few colors, Rakdos and mono white. Really, that's it. Like Rakdos and white. There are just some cards that are so much better than everything else at the mana cost, and so repressive, and so just like every card you look at, you're like, well, it's not Invoke Despair. Well, it's not Sheoldred. Well, it's not Wedding Announcement, and it's not Fable. So it's unplayable. Like, there are so many of these cards that I just don't know how many things need to be banned. And like I said, maybe that'll be a video I make tomorrow. So come back tomorrow for more Covert Go 2, what will be banned talk. But Jesus. I mean, it starts with Fable. I think that even some Wizards folks on the live stream hinted that Fable's time in Standard was numbered. I think it starts there to at least make Rakdos work for it instead of play on absolute easy mode. But, I mean, what goes with it, right? There's just so many things. There's so many things that you could ban in Standard. So, yeah, leave me a lot of comments. Let me know in the comments what you would ban. Don't put a limit on it. I mean, go up to 10 cards if you want to. Keep it down to 2 cards. Let me know why, and we will see. So tomorrow I'll probably come back with the cards I would ban from Standard, or should be banned in Standard, or that you want banned if I get enough comments in Standard, and we'll talk about from there. But in the meantime, start counting down the days, guys. May 29th. It's our ban day for this year. It's supposed to be for all formats too. That's a lot of pressure to get it right for all formats one day out of the year. That's kind of crazy. Imagine how stale that leaves other formats for a whole year. This is all kind of wild to me. What do you think of the decision? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. You're cool.